Hi there, this is Aaron. Today is Sunday the 8th of June and it's day 53 on the allotment. Well, looking about today, it really feels as if summer is here. It's really warm, it's a bit blowy, and I'm sorry if that comes across on the microphone. I am looking at trying to get a better rig to cut down on the wind noise and to improve the sound quality, so hopefully that's coming soon. Well, today is really about making room in the greenhouse and getting everything out that I can. I came down yesterday and well, have a look at this. Now, there's a couple of these onions that have fallen over, and there's one here and there's another one over here. There it is. Now, I'm wondering if that means that it's ready and I should pull it. Or at the very least, if something's been at it. There's another one in the corner. And whether I should be pulling up some ready onions. I have noticed that they are the red onions. So I'm wondering what to do. Well, I decided to pull a couple of them. Now, one of them, the stalk came off. The other one, it's come up. Now, this one here is a little bigger than a big shallot. But this one, that's actually the size of an onion. I mean, admittedly, it's a small onion, but it's still an onion. I've grown an onion. I'm really pleased about that. Well, this is very unexpected, but that is my haul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 onions. That is great. So I had what I thought was a good haul of onions that were ready. But I've just come here today and there's a few more of them that have been knocked over. And this is starting to look as if it's more of a parasite than anything else. Let me show you. See, here today, there's another one. I think that was one of my big ones. There's another one there. This fella here has been noshed, and I'm going to look back at the footage from yesterday, because I don't think he looked like that yesterday. I'm not sure what's doing this, and therefore if I'm not sure what's doing this, I don't know how to stop it. I think I'm going to pull the ones that have been pushed over, because I do have more onions, as you're about to see, ready to go in. But I am a bit concerned. So yes, I seem to have a bit of an onion problem. But let me show you around and we can see what we have been doing and what I'm going to carry on doing today. Well, the big news in here, step back, is that my cucumbers have been potted out and planted out into their final position. Now these are just going to get bigger. What I've done is, you see this cage, this is actually the shelf that I've put down so that hopefully that is going to enable the cucumbers to be able to clamber up something as it creates cucumbers. I thought that was a good idea. I think I probably also need a bit of netting as well, but I thought that was a good idea. Now, consequently, it means that there's very little room in here now, and everything that I can put out, I've got to put out, because there probably isn't that much room for anything that isn't a chilli plant and a cucumber now. So busy day ahead of me. And starting with the chilies, there's a forest in here at the moment. The chili's doing well. This one here, bushing out. Chili's growing all the time. Very pleased about that. More chilies over here. Also doing really well. Bushy, green, happy. More chilies. And they're all doing great. I'm a bit worried about these though, because these are the lemon drops that I topped. Now, yes, there are shoots coming out, but they do look a bit bare now, whereas before they actually looked like, you know, healthy plants. So I am slightly paranoid that I've done the wrong thing here. The Scotch bonnets are flying and they're looking absolutely great. More lemon drops here. Here's one of the lemon drops that I've actually potted on. I think it was too, the pot was now too small for it, so I've put it into a larger pot. But what I've also been doing is planting out the leeks, which I'll show you in a second. Over half of those have now been planted out. And finally, more chilies forming on this one as well. These are pumpkins, and they're all really growing well. I'm really pleased with how they're doing. I think they're ready to go out, and so I need to get the area where these pumpkins are to be finally put out. There's so much I have to do. I am now behind. What is interesting is down here, these are just runners that I snipped off the strawberries, and I've just put them in pots, and it looks to me as if they're rooting. They're not attached to the strawberry anymore, they're just on their own, but that looks like strawberry plants to me. Here are some more runners that I just snipped off and I've put into water. And I did this last week, and it looks to me as if these are getting ready to be rooted as well. So this is a way that I saw Tony do to get more strawberry plants from his runners as well, without taking energy away from the strawberries, and it is working, or seems to be working, for me as well, so very pleased about that. Now, brassicas, I potted a load on. I need to pot the rest on desperately, and I need the space in here, but very pleased. And the brassicas that I cropped as well, I took my first serving from some of them, and they seem to be growing back as well, so pleased about that. More brassicas, all getting very big. These are my Douce Provence peas, and they look ready to go in as well, so I'll be get cracking on those. This is the reason why I'm not absolutely distraught that I've got something eating my onions outside, because I do actually have more onions, a lot of more onions, and they should be in the ground. I'm going to be doing this today. Here you can see I've got strawberries forming, and I think I saw a red one that I may well pull out later, but the strawberries are looking great. My sunflowers also need to be potted on. I've got so much I need to be doing to get everything out, and it is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would, but hopefully I can get these in the ground and have some sunflowers. Now, my broad beans have really potted up now. I've tried some of these and they are now ready, some of these, so I'll be picking those today. Runner beans, most of them are climbing up the pole, and there's even some red flowers forming on a couple of them, but really pleased with the runner beans. Also pleased to say that the climbing French beans recovered. I watched those wilt in front of my eyes when I put those in, but they are doing better now, so that's good. Not sure what's up with the peas, but some of these don't look happy. I mean, they've been getting enough water, maybe they're getting too much water. I don't know, but some of them, these are the Kelvedon Wonder, and at the moment there's not a lot that's wondrous about them. So I need to find out what's wrong and rectify it quickly. I was a bit worried that my white currant didn't look well, and so I've given that a seaweed feed today. I've given feeds to all the strawberries and to all of the currants, so hopefully that will put them back to their previous health. This is my red currant, and red currant was looking a bit jaundiced as well, so that's another one that's been getting feed. I'm going to give both of these a leaf mulch as well. These are in the coir that don't really have the nutrients, and I have been a bit lax in giving them what they need recently, so I think that's the reason, but hopefully what I've given them is seaweed feed, and that will do the trick. My garlic continues to look really healthy. I'm very pleased with it. I don't know when garlic is ready. I've seen a couple of people pulling garlic up. my belief is that I wait for it to flop over and then I can pull it. But really looking forward to seeing if I can grow some proper garlic, so very interested to see what happens here. What I'm surprised about are these potatoes. They're enormous. That's got to be 4 foot. The Anya are not quite so big, but these Golden Wonder, crikey, that's a forest. So really pleased with how they're going along, and also the International Kidney coming along great. These are my Brussels sprouts, and if you remember, they were not happy. I've left them out. They've been getting water, and some of them, not all of them, some of them are recovering. So I'm hoping that I will have some Brussels sprouts as well. Certainly putting cardboard down seems to have helped out my rhubarb. It's still not the healthiest looking rhubarb in the world, but it's no longer getting lost amongst the weeds. This is an area of the plot that I've been really bad about. There's actually raspberries in there. I didn't plant the raspberries, and I should have cleared that before now, and it's all got very, very messy in there. There's just too much to do all at once, so I've got to get around to this. So definitely plenty there to keep me busy. I've got to clear as much as I can out from the greenhouse as quickly as I possibly can. So plenty to keep me occupied. I'd better get on with it. Well, as you can see now, the greenhouse is a festival of green. It used to be a festival of pots, but now it's a festival of green, certainly on this side. Over on this side, this is all chilli plants. I've got some peas and some beans to plant out next week, but everything's been organised in here, so plenty of room in here for everything. These peas and beans that are going out next week. There are some peas over there that are also going out next week, but the rest is pure chilli plants. Oh, also got a couple of pumpkins, which I'm probably not going to get planted out next week, but I do know I need to get planted out in the next couple of weeks. A few brassicas left inside, but all in all, the aim for today was to clear out the greenhouse and make room for everything, and I think I've done that. So here we've got all of my leeks planted out, and here all of the onions that were in the other white box, they have also been planted out. I've pulled the ones that looked as if they were ready to be pulled and flopped over or had been attacked. That is now all of my onions planted out for the year. I have thrown my dice. Let's see what we get. Most of what's happened is that the brassicas have been potted on, and I've put these under netting outside now. The brassica bed is still not dug. I know I need to do that. I may be growing brassicas in pots for a lot of the season, but we will get there eventually. And so here is today's haul. Big bag of broad beans and some more red onions. I'm happy with that. And with that really does bring us to the end of the day. I've worked really hard getting things planted, potted on as quickly as I can. I know that June's here, and we've got to get a move on with everything. So doing as much as I can. Very, very pleased with the harvest today. Very, very pleased with the progress that I made. So looking forward to the rest of the season. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Allotment. Goodbye.